Do you still want to come to Vietnam with a tourist visa? After all the videos that you've seen circulating online, all my videos talking about tourist visa, talking about how impossible is it to find work and job with tourist visa, talking about how Nigerians have repatriated their stranded citizens, talking about how people are deported every day, talking about how people are being arrested every day in Vietnam because they have a tourist visa, and you still want to come? I give up. You can come. It's the first time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever.
Now in this video, I'm going to tell you why it is very risky. I mean, I've made several videos talking about this, but still people don't pay heed to it. I'm going to mention some few things that are happening in Vietnam and the reasons why I say that don't come to Vietnam with a tourist visa. After subscribing, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, like the video, comment, and share the video. Now let's get into it. Now in recent times, it has become very difficult finding a job with a tourist visa in Vietnam. I've watched so many people, I've seen so many people who turned deaf ear to the advice I gave to them not to come with a tourist visa. Some of them were just trapped by agents and people who took their money and promised them of giving them a business visa and then extension when they finally land in Vietnam. These guys got here and they could never change their visa, or they could never extend it or even go on visa run. They overspent their visa time and these guys had to be deported. Some were arrested and deported. Others now sell roasted meat on the street of Vietnam and have become a laughingstock on the Vietnamese TikTok platforms. Now look at how costly it is from Africa to Vietnam. The flight is about $1,500. Combined is $3,000 just on flight, plus paying $3,000 to the agent. There are a number of people going into this. A number of people I see, they come, they mail me, I don't mind them because I told them when they were coming. Guys, now if you want to come to Vietnam, this is what you need to do. Find jobs back in your home countries. I have so many videos listing how you can compile your document, find a job. Make sure you get a contract, a signed contract, stating how much you are going to be paid, seeing where you are going to stay, and then with your agent or with your boss coming to pick you from the airport. If you don't have all these, don't come to Vietnam. If you don't have all this, don't come to Vietnam. Now, if they also tell you that they are giving you a tourist visa or they ask you to prepare a tourist visa, most of them are traps. Most of these recruiters have their teachers living in the middle of the school year. They are just forced to get people to replace them. So it's most of them, that is what they think about. They bring you after the exhaustion of that 3 months, they are done with you. They don't want to struggle, they don't want to go through hell to get you the proper documentation, because recently it's been very tough getting those documentation. Now, Vietnam has changed drastically over time. Vietnam has changed with new management, with the president of Vietnam has now the current president has resigned, and another person has been accused of fraud. A number of things are happening in Vietnam. So if you think that the old ways of doing things is still going to work these days, then my brother, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Because of this and the numerous calls that come to me every day, I've started a consultancy. If you want to come to Vietnam, you want to know any message, any information, you can just consult me on my WhatsApp number, +233 249 111 453. I have it here. Consult me on any issue. Consult me on your document. If you have been given a contract, consult me on it. If you want to, anything. But take note that I don't give job offers. Take note that I'm also not a visa agent. I'm just giving you a technical advice on what to do and what not to do. Cost is $10. Yes. Plus, I also do free consultation. So whichever of them you choose, if you tell them it's free, don't worry, I'll help you. If you tell them it's paid, don't worry. I presume you are supporting. So guys, let's do this and come to Vietnam safely. Now, these are the reasons why you should never now, in this time, come to Vietnam with a tourist visa. A number of people have also been arrested who were teaching illegally, who didn't have the proper documentation. They've been arrested. Some of them were sent to detention camps. Some of them were also deported. Now in Asia, that's one funny thing about Asia. Europe, you will just be deported. In Asia, if you are arrested, you'll be made to pay the fine of all the overstay, of all the arrests, of all the anything offense that you've committed. You have to pay before you buy your flight ticket, before they send you out. So it's not like Europe where they'll see you and then they'll just put you in a flight free of charge. No, here you have to cough money to be able to even get your flight ticket. So guys, this is one of the reasons why you should not come to Vietnam with a tourist visa, because it's very difficult. Now I can tell you that out of the number of people I have seen in previous years who had a chat with me coming to Vietnam with a tourist visa, about 99% of them could not get jobs to stay. 99, yeah, 99. Maybe just 1%. I know of just two guys, one who was very lucky. He got a company and they did it for him and he's here. I have another lady, one Nigerian, who is also currently working in one school. She was also lucky. But all these people came with friends. Let's say about five. They all went back. So guys, coming to Vietnam with a tourist visa now is a hell. Don't try it. Don't try it. The only way that you can come to Vietnam is when you apply to a company. Like now we are entering into the end of the school year. So somewhere May, June, July, schools will vacate. And then you can start your applications. In fact, let me also put on record that what I'm saying doesn't mean that there aren't jobs in Vietnam. There are still jobs in Vietnam. People are still recruiting, but they do it in a very decent manner. No serious recruiter will charge you $3,000 or even charge you $1,000. It will never happen. It won't happen. So anybody who charges you $1,500, $2,000, you should watch out, because that money is difficult to make in Vietnam here. So anyone who wants to recruit you, make sure you have your documentation legalized, like I've said in my videos. Make sure you legalize both in Ghana or both in your home country and the Vietnam embassy. You apply for jobs. Make sure you are interviewed. It's very important. Make sure you have been interviewed and selected and given appointment letters stating your salary, how much you are going to earn, where you are going to sleep, and whether or not they will pick you from the airport before you decide to come. And make sure they send you an invitation letter. If they tell you to yourself find a tourist visa, be wary of such people. They may not be genuine. Those are some few signals that you should track. There aren't a lot of jobs because now Vietnam has cancelled English as a compulsory subject. English is now an optional subject for the student. It's now an optional subject, and so they choose to do it or not. You understand? And so there aren't a lot of job opportunities in the system like it used to be at first. That's number one. Number two, Vietnam has again introduced teaching license for all teachers, regardless of whether native or non-native, and people have started raising eyebrows. This is one of those things. The president of Vietnam has resigned, and a billionaire in Vietnam has been sentenced to death for fraud. The reason is administration has changed, and they are so keen on protecting the integrity of the country. They are now wild. As I speak now, authorities have been visiting schools, tracking illegal teachers or illegal foreigners in Vietnam. And one serious thing is that now, even if you have a work permit of company A, you cannot use the work permit of company A to work in company B. It's so serious. As I speak with you, a number of friends have been arrested for that, because there were a number of people who came and then paid money to company A. Company A made documentation for them, but they didn't work with company A. And they went to Hanoi or somewhere to work with different company. Now they are very wild with that. So now the law is that that company that sponsored you is the only company that you can work for. And it's so serious. It's very serious. Like, they are going into public schools, arresting people. They are going into private schools, checking documentation. So guys, don't come and put yourself into this trouble. Don't. Now, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because day in and day out, every day I get people telling me, hey brother, I have a tourist visa, I'm coming next month. Hey brother, I have a tourist visa, I'm coming next week. Hey brother, I've gotten an agent who is applying for a tourist visa for me. Guys, it is serious. You still want to come with a tourist visa? After all the videos I've made, after all the things I've said, guys, if you want to find information about these, ask. Go to the internet. There are countless videos talking about this. It's even impossible to even convert your tourist visa into a work visa unless you come, find a work, get out of Vietnam, and then reapply again. It's a very complicated and delicate situation. But people choose not to listen. Others think that I don't like them. Others think, you know how people think when people are abroad and they're like, you don't want us to come, so that's what some people think. But hey, guys, having said all this, I'm so tired. If you still want to come with tourist visa and you won't listen to advice, come. You are all welcome. When you come, it goes well for you, we thank God. If it goes bad for you, you return back into your country. Maybe next time, if that happens to you, when we advise, you are going to take it. My name is Kweku. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. It's a bye for now.